So we will get started with the singing of our national anthem. I guess I am the friend that's leading that. Oh my, this will be fun. All right, here we go. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song
full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory. One. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat have on our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. We have come over away with the tears on earth. We have come treading our path through the blood with the slaughter. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into thy light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our heart, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. Thank you, thank you. Is it me? Am I saying something? Okay.
You know, you have to know what your gifts are. That is not mine. So it's nice to have friends. Thank you, Juan. I just want to say that the Black National Anthem was actually written as a poem, not as a song, but it started as a poem by James Weldon Johnson, an attorney in 1900. His brother then had the idea of putting the poem that is, to music. And then in 1919, it was adopted by the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or the NAACP, as our national anthem. But it actually started as a poem, which I think is really beautiful. From here, we're going to have a few words of welcome. And so the same voice that you just heard, Juan Eckert, will come, and he is the band director here at Carver High School. We will also be welcomed by the commission, the Human Relations Commission, Alan Abraha, the director, and we will also have Sylvia Durant, who is the chair. From there, we will continue with a few more words of welcome, and then we'll have our performances.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is really awesome to see everyone here in the audience today. My name is Wanda Allen Abraha. I'm the director of the Human Relations Department with the City of Winston-Salem. And welcome to our annual Black History Month Showcase of Song. The City of Winston-Salem is very excited to have this program each and every year. And on behalf of Mayor Alan Joines, the Winston-Salem City Council, and Mayor Pro Tem Vivian H. Burke, we are really excited to celebrate this very important community time with you. And Black History Month is a very important community time. It really is. And we are here to acknowledge and celebrate that Black history is not just for African Americans. It is American history. And so it is very important to acknowledge that, to celebrate that, and to embrace that today and always. And so what is Black History Month Showcase of Song for the City of Winston-Salem? Well, the Showcase of Song was started as an idea from the Winston-Salem Human Relations Commission as a way to celebrate music by way of showing how music has evolved from Africa, through the African diaspora, all the way through today's music, beats, rhythms, and rhymes that we enjoy so much in R&B music, gospel music, and so forth. And so today's focus is more so on gospel and old Negro spirituals. And so what we wanted to do was to show you a little bit of what the rhythms and the beats were like from Africa, the African continent, and to also show you exactly how those things connect to what we enjoy today in the United States. And so really it's a celebration of culture. It's a celebration of African American culture. So I hope that you'll just sit back, enjoy it. We have some really talented people here with us today. We're very fortunate and excited to be here at Carver High School. This is a very big deal. And I just want to also share that this program is being televised. So I want to thank the Winston-Salem, the City of Winston-Salem Marketing and Communications Department. They have their team here today. You'll see them on cameras and all around the room. And so this will be televised on WSTV 13, the city's government channel. It will be on the city's YouTube channel. And we will also have it on the Human Relations Department's website. And for those of you, is anybody in the audience familiar with Human Relations, with the Human Relations Department? Yeah, I see a few hands. Okay, so the Human Relations Department is actually the civil rights arm for the City of Winston-Salem. And I don't know that many people know that in that context. So we are responsible for enforcing anti-discrimination laws such as the Fair Housing Act. So what that means is if people are experiencing discrimination when they're trying to rent or purchase residential housing in our city, we are the ones responsible for enforcing that law, and we are responsible for investigating those kinds of allegations. That's really the meat of what we do. We also mediate landlord-tenant complaints, and we do programs like this that involve diversity and cultural outreach. So in a very large nutshell, that's what Human Relations is all about. And so we're really happy to be here once again. I would be remiss if I did not have my staff to stand. I know that I see at least one staff member in here. I see her smiling face in front of me, Ms. Jamie Waldeck. Jamie, would you please stand? Our outreach specialist. And we probably have Carlin Duncan, Jelani Biggs, and Adolfo Briseño somewhere in the back. I cannot see back there. But would you wave, guys, if you're back there? Okay. And I thank them for their hard work each and every day in our department. So moving on, Mr. Juan Eckert, I don't even know what to say about Mr. Eckert. He has been a wonderful partner for this program this year. You know, this is our first year at Carver. When we talked about this a few months ago about the idea of having the program at Carver, he did not hesitate to say, yes, you all are welcome at Carver High School. And so I really want to publicly acknowledge that and thank him for all of the work that he's done to help make today possible. And at the same time, I'm going to call him over to the microphone because he's up next. Mr. Juan Eckert.
Thank you. She said I'm Juan Eckert. I am the band and chorus teacher here at Carver High School. Just wanted to make sure we tell everybody thank you for coming out. It's going to be a great program. Like she said, I never hesitated. I'd love for us to have the program here. We look forward to having it again. This is a place of rich history, as you know. We have a lot of musical things to come through, and a lot of musical people to come through. I know a lot of you talked to a couple of people earlier about Dr. Boone and Mr. Emery Jones and Miss Madeline Gerald, or what is it now, Miss Madeline Gerald McCoy now, right? She was the chorus teacher before me. So now I have double duty. So I'm doing band, marching band, and marching band and chorus. So that's a great opportunity for us to do it. But just again to say, on behalf of all of Carver High School, the students, the staff, Dr. Montague Davis, I would like to say welcome. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Eckert. And next up, we have Sylvia Durant. Sylvia is the chair of the Winston-Salem Human Relations Commission. The commission is our 13-member advisory board. So they represent all segments of the community, and they advise the mayor, the city council, and our department about all matters that are related to getting along, race relations, human relations, whatever you'd like to call it. You know, we're talking about making sure our community is united and making sure that our community is fairly treated. And so Sylvia again chairs that commission, and I'd like to call her over to the mic now. Sylvia Durant.
Good afternoon. Good to see you here today. We're so excited to present this program, and I bring greetings on behalf of the Human Relations Commission. So we're joined not only by a few current members, but a few former members of the commission, including a founding member of the commission. So if I could ask them to please stand and be acknowledged. Our current members and our former members. So we have Commissioner Taylor, Commissioner Sarton, Commissioner Velez, and our former commissioner, Ms. Jackson. And also I believe that Ms. Pam Peoples-Joyner is in the audience. So she is also here as well. So today is an important recognition, as Wanda already mentioned, of Black History Month, and an incredibly important celebration of the rich cultural traditions of African Americans and the song and traditions that emerged from the African diaspora. And as you know, and as Wanda Allen Abraha already mentioned, these are an integral part of American history. And so today we will celebrate together, and we appreciate you very much for being here, and I hope that you enjoy the celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Durant. If you're following along on the agenda, we're going to warn you now that some things have been moved around as we wait for a couple of performers to arrive and so on and so forth, so just bear with us. Also, we are expecting our Mayor Pro Tem, Councilmember Vivian H. Burke, but I don't think she's in the audience. I can't really tell who's in the audience, but I don't think she's here yet. And so when she arrives, we'll certainly welcome her to the stage so that she may give greetings to you, because we are in the Northeast Ward, which is the ward that she represents. So we're just going to move along on the agenda. Also, earlier, I was remiss in not mentioning the fact that we have JC Sound with us today, and they have been really phenomenal with working with us for today. We had to confer with them somewhat at the last minute to make sure that the sound quality was exactly what marketing needed to have it on the air. So I really want to give them a major shout out. They are a huge partner of ours. Thank you. Thank you. And so without further ado, I am going to call Dr. Krishana Hines-Gaither back over to the microphone. Many of you will recall Dr. Hines-Gaither from working at Salem College here in Winston-Salem. She is currently the Multicultural Education Department Director at Guilford College. She is absolutely phenomenal. We are so incredibly lucky to have her with us and traveling here just to do this program with us today. She is a wealth of knowledge. She embodies what it means to be proud of your culture and your heritage. And she is really going to help us to make this one a good one for the history books today. So I would like to reintroduce to you Dr. Krishana Hines-Gaither.
So we are about to get started with our program. This is 2019, and in 1619, because this is a Black History Month program, so we have to honor our heritage and our ancestors. Can anyone tell me what happened in 1619? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So in 1619, it is marked as the first year that Africans were brought to what we now call the United States. But this was Jamestown, Virginia. The literature says about 20 Africans were brought to what is now Jamestown, Virginia in 1619. So this would be the 400-year commemoration of our ancestors being brought, trafficked from their homeland to what we now call the United States. Let's have a moment of silence in memory of our ancestors. Thank you. And the numbers are about 12 million would end up being trafficked to the Americas. So now, we are going to have, we're going to start in Africa, just like Wanda explained to you. We're going to start with some of our African beats, African rhythms today. And I just want to introduce our performers. I was really excited when I saw their names on the program. Every year, this is a great program, a great representation of our family, of our history, and I just call it a big family reunion. I hadn't seen Juan in a couple of years, the director here, but we've worked together on so many programs in the past. And it's just always like a homecoming for me whenever we have this program every year, so it's always very exciting. So we're in for a treat. First, we have the next performers will be Dr. Felicia Piggott-Long and Baba Joseph Anderson. Again, I tell you, this is like a family reunion. I've worked with both of them before in some capacity. And so we just had Baba Joseph Anderson at my institution. I just invited him there last semester. And his family came, and they run a wonderful, wonderful entity called the Healing Force. And so if you all are not familiar with Baba Joseph's work, if you want a wonderful drum circle, they bring about 25 handmade drums to you at a very reasonable rate, and it just brings lots of healing and beautiful music and culture and history to your campus, and they explain what the drums mean as well. So he will be joining us, and also Dr. Felicia Piggott-Long. Have known her for many years and her work, but has been an educator right here at Carver High School. Also an author who's written about African-American history in Winston-Salem. Also an actress who I've seen many years in Langston Hughes's Black Nativity, and so just a wealth of culture and knowledge. And so at this time, we're going to welcome Dr. Felicia Piggott-Long and Baba Joseph Anderson.
Funga lafia, ashe, ashe. Hey, funga lafia, ashe, ashe. Everybody, funga lafia, ashe, ashe. Hey, hey, funga lafia, ashe, ashe. Oh, funga lafia, ashe, ashe. Hey, funga lafia, ashe, ashe. Everybody, funga lafia, ashe, ashe. Hey, funga lafia, ashe, ashe. We welcome you right from the start. Ashe, ashe. Sounds of love straight from the heart. Ashe, ashe. We welcome you right from the start. Ashe, ashe. Sounds of love straight from the heart. Ashe, ashe. Singing Funga La Fia. Ashe, ashe. Hey, hey. Funga La Fia. Ashe, ashe. Everybody Funga La Fia. Ashe, ashe. Hey, hey. Funga La Fia. Ashe, ashe. Say, we gonna have some fun today. Ashe, ashe. We gonna sing, we gonna play. Ashe, ashe. We gonna have some fun today. Ashe, ashe. We gonna move, we gonna groove. Ashe, ashe. Just groove and thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Dancing, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Everybody thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. They're gathering from around the world. Ashe, ashe. Men, women, boys, and girls. Ashe, ashe. Singing peace, love, and happiness. Ashe, ashe. Everyone doing the very best. Ashe, ashe. Just singing thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Dancing thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Playing thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Hey, thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Oh, thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Hey, thunder, la fia. Ashe, oh, oh, thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Hey, thunder, la fia. Ashe, ashe. Hey, woo, 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 woo. Thank you.
This is a welcome song. And I'm gonna let Bobby tell you just a little bit about the welcome song.
The welcome song was brought here many years ago by a man named Baba Olatunji, brought in 1965 in New York City. And it was brought down here by a young man named Chuck Davis, who was in charge of the African dance, black dance theater. And he shared it with me. I saw Chuck. I said, Chuck, what is this song about? He said, it was brought here years ago by a man named Baba Olatunji. We like to honor him. Everybody say, Baba Olatunji.
Baba Olatunji.
I said, what are the words, man? Because I don't like to sing no song unless I know what it means. Right. So he told me, and it means welcome from the heart. You open your arms. We welcome you from the heart. And you open your arms like that. Has a dance that goes with it from the heart. I mean, ashe, ashe. We're going to have some fun. These are my words that I did. When I did the research on the song, they said it came from Nigeria, the Yoruba people. But when I went to Lagos and I asked the Yoruba people about it, and they said, well, it's not quite all the way from here. So then I found out they said it's a Pele people. So I checked out the Liberians, and they said, no, well, it really wasn't from us either. So it's really a folk song. You know what folk song means? That means folks get involved in it. They add their piece to it. So I added my piece. I added the verses, and all of the verses they are my verses that I added. So it's about folks. So I told these young people about the history of it, and I told them, say, now it's up to you. What are you going to do? They're going to add their piece to it. So it's about everybody. Everybody say folks.
Folks.
It's a folk song.
It's a folk song.
That's what it's all about. Thank you.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Now, they're going to help me do my rap about another important folk person, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And so They're going to shake their instruments with me. And whatever, if you feel like you want to tap your feet, stomp your feet, clap your hands, you can join along with us. It's called My Tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There was a young brother and he had a dream. And this man's name was Martin Luther King. He was a minister. He had a goal. He worked toward it, mind, body, and soul. He wanted to reach the promised land with the staff of nonviolence in his hand. He wanted an integrated society. He wanted freedom and justice and equality. He had a vision.
A vision.
He had a vision.
A vision.
As you can see, he was devoted to social change. But some people say, well, this man is insane. How can he expect the blacks and whites and others to get together and unite? He's just a dreamer.
Dreamer.
He's just a dreamer.
Dream.
Well, segregation was the plan in the South, you know. But King upset the status quo. He said, you know it's not right. It's just not fair. The blacks sit in the back and pay the same bus fare. I just won't accept it. No, 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 no. We don't even have the right to vote. Why, it's just not fair. It's not right, you know. The poor people are confined to slums and ghettos. It's not okay. It's not all right. But all of us are special in God's sight. I won't accept it.
You won't accept it.
I won't accept it. Well, King didn't sit by idly. He led a bus boycott in Montgomery. He organized the poor people's campaign and sit-ins and kneel-ins. Even in the rain, he led the march on Washington, D.C. for decent jobs, homes for minorities. He marched for the rights of garbage men in Tennessee. This led to the end of his life, you see. A sniper's bullet shot our King down. This nation wept and wore a frown, but his dream still lives. It lives, you see. Each day it affects the lives of you and me. He had a vision, a dream, a goal, a mission to achieve. He had a dream. He had a dream. Oh, yes, he had a vision, a dream, a goal, a mission to achieve. He had a dream.
Had a dream.
He had a
dream. Thank you. Woo! Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.
We have Devontae Wells, and he is a student here at Carver High School. I love young people, and I love cultivating talent. And he's going to sing a solo for us. And so now we will have, hold on. Okay. Former student who's coming back to bless us in song. So let's have Devontae Wells.
Thank you so much for that welcome. My name is D. Jerome, born Devontae Wells in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Graduate of Carver High School and currently the musical theater teacher here. I'm excited to be back home. Just a quick tip, on February 24th, we will be hosting the first ever The Artist Circle at the Delta Arts Center. So please come out at 5 p.m. on February 24th and engage in a creative space and something a little different. So this is a song called Baby Boy that I wrote about 2 years ago. I was inspired to write it on behalf of the unfortunate acts that have happened against my kindred spirit, my brothers, those who identify as African American here in the States. So just something to show them that they're respected, and it's okay to be unique and to be a young black man.
To a baby boy, unprotected.
Let me talk about it. On the wrong side of a brighter day. He had to be going the wrong way to get tied up to a tree. Family's waiting on. We'll never understand how this world could be so cruel to a baby boy, unprotected, who's done no harm. Oh, there's gotta be a way we could all find love. There's gotta be a way, oh, brighter days are a-coming if we could all find love. 'Cause when we find love, things will get better. See, going through pain is just something we know oh too well. It's kinda like living in a cell. Guess what? And then they've got him stretched out. He's on the ground. He can't breathe. No, he can't breathe. We'll never understand. No, 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 no. Why this world could be so cruel to a baby boy, unprotected, who's done no harm. Oh, there's gotta be a way we could all find love. Oh, said there's gotta be a way. Oh, brighter days are a-coming if we could all find love. See, is it the clothes that I wear or the way that I speak? Does the swagger in my walk make you think I'm incomplete? I just want to be respected just like any other man. There's no need for rejection, and that's all I demand. I just don't understand, no, 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 why this world could be so cruel to a baby boy, unprotected, who's done no harm. Oh, there's gotta be a way we could all find love. Wave your hand, come on, yeah. It's gotta be a way, oh. See, brighter days are coming if we could all find love. 'Cause when we find love, things will get better. Thank you. My name is D. Jerome. I appreciate you guys. When we all find love, things will get better. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Beautiful, D. Jerome. Carver is really special to me. My family lives right off of Carver High School Road, so this is my community. I feel right at home here. Also, Juan Eckert, who is the band director and the choir director. You know, as a family, we just have to wear multiple hats sometimes. He was really instrumental in the life of my little siblings who came through the band. My little sister was over the dance team here, Graylisha. Now she's married and living in Charlotte and Kentucky, going between the two cities. But this school has really impacted my family in a great deal, in a very, very positive way. So it feels like home to be here. And now we're going to have the Carver High School Choir under the direction, again, of Juan Eckert, and they're going to be accompanied by the Carver High School dance class. So welcome the Carver High School Choir into the dance class.
job, good job. Before we go to the next one, I just wanted to say real quick big shout out to Miss Jayana Moore on solo. She,
Good afternoon. Hey,
if you know the song, is two different parts going on, so we had someone that couldn't make it today, so she had to take the whole thing herself. So at the last second, that's great.
y'all bear with me. I'm kind of out of breath. One day when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory.
It's like religion to us.
Okay.
Justice is just a position in us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us. Resistance is us. That's why our roses sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots swing on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up.
One day when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory. Now the war is not over, victory isn't won, and we'll fight on to the finish. And then when it's all done, we'll cry glory, oh glory, oh glory. We'll cry glory, oh glory, oh glory.
Summer is now for every man, woman, and child. Even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles. From dark roads, he rose to become a hero. Facing the league of justice, his power was the people. Enemy is lethal, a king became regal. Saw the face of Jim Crow under a bald ego. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing, our music is the cuts that we bleed through. Somewhere in a dream we had an epiphany. Now we right the wrongs in history. No one can win the war individually. It take the wisdom of the elders and young people's energy. So when the dream we call victory, tell me this, Lord, my eyes have seen the glory.
One day when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day when the war is won, we will be sure,
when the war is won, when it's all said and done, we'll cry glory. Hey, glory,
Thank you. This is the Carver Chorus and the Carver Dance Class. And thank you to Miss Kenny, our dance instructor for our dance team over here. Miss Kenny is our dance instructor at Carver High School. Thank you.
Of St. Stephen Missionary Baptist Church and our pastor, James E. Cook. Thank you all for inviting us. We're glad to be here and hope you can enjoy what we're doing.
Free at last, Lord, I am free at last. Oh, thank God Almighty, oh, I'm free at last. Free at last, oh, free at last. Oh, thank God Almighty, oh, I'm free at last. Free at last. Well, I'm free at last. Oh, thank God Almighty, God, I'm free at last. Going down to Jordan on a wheel of time. I said, thank God Almighty, Lord, I'm free at last. Oh, death's gonna shake this old frame of mine. Oh, Lord, thank God Almighty, Lord, I'm free at last. I told everybody I was free at last. Oh, thank God Almighty, Lord, I'm free at last. You don't believe that I've been redeemed. Oh, Lord, make it through the city, it will be all right. It's gonna be all right. It will be all right. When I make it through the city, it will be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. When I make it through the city, it will be all right. Step in the water and the water was cold. Oh, to make it through the city, it will be all right. Well, it chilled my body, oh, but not my soul. Oh, Lord, make it through the city, it will be all right. It's gonna be all right. Oh, it'll be all right. When I make it through the city, it will be all right.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
She said she want
Glory,
one
glory.
more. She said she want one more.
God's not dead. He's alive. I said, God's not dead. He's alive. I can feel him in my hand. I can feel him in my feet. I can feel him all over me. He woke me up this morning. He's alive. My God woke me up this morning. He's alive. I can feel him in my hand. I can feel him in my feet. I can feel him all over me. I said, God's not dead. He's alive. Oh, my God's not dead. He's alive. I can feel him in my hand. I can feel him in my feet. I can feel him all over me. A few more seasons done gone, and a few more years done gone. Oh, but we shall be as those that rest or sleeping in the tomb. I said, God, not dead, he's alive. You know God's not dead, he's alive. I can feel him in my hand. I can feel him in my feet. I can feel him all over me. You know God's not dead, he's alive. I said God's not dead, he's alive. I can feel him in my hands. I can feel him in my feet. I can feel him all over me.
I absolutely love that. Love hand clapping, foot stomping. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I grew up in churches where we had the traditional choir and then the spiritual choir, and I loved all of them. So when I hear your feel-good songs, a lot of you go way back, a lot of you are more current, but it's nice that this program brings all of these gifts and talents together. That took me back. I absolutely loved it. And we got to hear you sing too, because I know you were ready, so I loved it. Thank you, thank you. So we're now going to have Kadana Moret, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church Children's Choir. I want to just bring out a term, the Covenant of Mercy, which refers to the Ethiopian tradition that really illuminates Christ's forgiveness in our lives. And so a lot of what you're going to see, it may just sound like music and beating of drums and beautiful rhythms, but it actually has a lot of deep meaning in terms of forgiveness and the atonement of sins and worship exactly. And so we will have Kadana Merritt. Thank you all.
And while the choir is making their way to the stage, I just wanted to do a brief explanation of what you're about to see. The dress that I have on today, you'll see is very similar to the dresses that the young ladies have on to my right. These are the traditional Ethiopian dresses for Orthodox Christians. And so when you go to Ethiopia, if you go to a church service, you're going to see the ladies in their dresses, and I'm supposed to have this like this, but I'm hot, so anyway. It's supposed to be like this. And so they have their heads covered when they go into a traditional church ceremony. And so they are in their traditional clothes today. And this young man in the white, who happens to be my better half, he is in his traditional clothes for Christian men in Ethiopia. And so I would also like to introduce to the community the new priest of the Ethiopian church here in the Triad. His name is Father Gebre Selassie, and he is in the black hat. Yes. And so we're very happy that he was able to join the church today, and he's going to perform along with the children, with the choir director, Ms. Kosich. Where's Kosich? Okay, there's Kosich, our choir director, and we're in for a treat. And note that you'll see the African drums. Remember, we saw some of that earlier. So we're going back now to our roots in Africa. We saw a lot of West African culture earlier. You're about to see some East African culture now. Okay? Enjoy.
በስመ አብ ወወልድ ወመንፈስ ቅዱስ አሃዱ አምላክ አሜን። አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን ትኮን ሀገር ሰላም ትኮን ሀገር ሰላም አማን በአማን አማን በአማን ትኮን ሀገር ሰላም ትኮን ሀገር ሰላም አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን ትኮን ሀገር ሰላም ትኮን ሀገር ሰላም ትኮን ሀገር ሰላም ትኮን ሀገር ሰላም አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን አማን በአማን ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም ትኮነ ሃገር ሰላም
Thank you so much. This song was it means peace and love for the entire community and the world, to America, to Africa, to all over the world. The sing was about peace and love. So thank you for Father Gabriel Selassie.
ሰላም ለኢትዮጵያ ሰላም ለሀገራችን ሰላም ለኢትዮጵያ ሰላም ለሀገራችን ይላክልን እርባታችን ይላክልን 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 ቸሩ አባታችን ሰላም ለኢትዮጵያ ሰላም ለሀገራችን ሰላም ለኢትዮጵያ ሰላም ለሀገራችን ይላክልን 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 ቸሩ አባታችን ይላክልን 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 ቸሩ አባታችን ሰላም ለኢትዮጵያ ሰላም ለሀገራችን ሰላም ለአሜሪካ ሰላም ለሀገራችን ይላክልን 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 ቸሩ አባታችን ይላክልን ይላክልን ቸሩ አባታችን
Thank you so much. By the way, they're born in America, then Ethiopian American kids, African Americans, but they are doing a wonderful job following their culture. So give them a hand, please, our young kids here. Thank you so much. Good job.
ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ስታንድ አፕ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ማርያም እመበዘዋን ማርያም እመበዘዋን ማርያም እመበዘዋን ማርያም እመበዘዋን ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ማርያም እመብዙኃን ማርያም እመብዙኃን ማርያም እመብዙኃን ማርያም እመብዙኃን ማርያም እመብዙኃን ማርያም እመብዙኃን ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ሰአሊ ለነ ማርያም እመብዙኃን ማርያም እመብዙኃን ማርያም እመብዙኃን ማርያም እመብዙኃን መድኃኔዓለም አዳነ በማይሻር ቃሉ መድኃኔዓለም አዳነ በማይሻር ቃሉ ደስ ይበለን ደስ ይበለን እልል በሉ እልል በሉ አዳነ በማይሻር ቃሉ
ደስ ይበለን ደስ ይበለን እልል በሉ እልል በሉ አዳነን በማይሻር ቃሉ እናታችን ቅድስት የአምላክ እናት እናታችን ቅድስት የአምላክ እናት እንስገድላት እንስገድላት እንስገድ እንስገድ በእውነት ለአምላክ እናት እንስገድላት እንስገድላት እንስገድ እንስገድ በእውነት ለአምላክ እናት ጻድቃን ሰማዕታት ወሐዋርያት ጻድቃን ሰማዕታት ወሐዋርያት ያማልዱናል ያማልዱናል መላእክት መላእክት በእውነት ከላይኛው ቤት ያማልዱናል ያማልዱናል መላእክት መላእክት በእውነት ከላይኛው ቤት
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we are in High Point at Cedar Drive. It's one of the oldest Christian in Africa, which is in Ethiopia, East Africa. And as those of you know about Bible, you will hear about Cush and old Christian. So we have the first Ethiopian church in High Point. So you're welcome to visit us every Sunday. So we have a big celebration actually Saturday the 23rd. If you want to see the food type, the culture, all that stuff, so you are welcome. So as you can see, all this white clothes, it's significant of purity. When you go to church, it has to be clean, everything. So again, this is our monk. He's not only priest, he's also monk. He grew up and he's serving God, so he doesn't have kids. He's not married, but just serve God. That's what his purpose is. So we thank you for him here to teach our kids the discipline, the love of God. So thank you so much, and we appreciate you, Ms. Wanda Allen Abraham, for inviting us.
And thank you, Mr. Abraha. And again, can we also give a round of applause to those female drummers? I mean, really? That drum is very heavy, and it's probably just as big as they are, because they're tiny people. But they did a wonderful job with the drums. Thank you, Abba Geber Selassie. Thank you, choir. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Ethiopian Choir. I really love the way that they're passing the tradition down. He was mentioning that a lot of the kids were born in the U.S. It would be really easy to lose that culture. And I love the way that it's still being passed on from generation to generation. Really beautiful. Now we're about to travel from Carver High School to Salem College. I graduated from Salem College, so I know that institution very well. And then I taught there for almost 15 years, so I know that institution intimately. I will say this because you may not know, I see some Salem graduates in the audience, I taught them too. If you're ever on Salem's campus, I'm not there anymore, I'm at Guilford College now in Greensboro. One of the things that I'm most proud of on that campus is my last year there, we worked really hard to find the first African-American graduate of Salem College. And I say find lightly because she wasn't lost. The woman literally was on Main Street, right down, which is the street that Salem College is on. So it wasn't difficult to find her, just for years, no one had done it. Many people had before me decades earlier, but it had been quite a few years in between where no one had really reached out to her. And that was one of the first things that, and her name is Alma Boyd. And one of the first things that Alma Boyd said when I just showed up at her job and said, we need you, our students want to know who you are, they want to know who paved the way for them. She said, hardly ever does anyone come to talk to me, does anyone come to find me. And for someone to have paved the way for the student that you're about to see, I think we owe it an honor to mention her, to reverence her name. And so if you're ever on Salem College's campus, and many of you probably go through Old Salem, which is where Salem College is, if you're ever on that campus, there's a portrait that the senior class of 2017, we worked together, but it was really the senior class pushed. They commissioned a portrait of her, and there is a beautiful portrait of Alma Boyd in the Student Center of Salem College now. So no one will forget. I'm long gone, not there anymore, but that portrait is still there. Camilla, have you ever seen the portrait? Okay, that's your homework. You're going to the Student Center, okay? You're gonna find that portrait. It's right when you walk into the left, if it's still where it was when I left anyway. She graduated in 1968, and she was from Happy Hill Gardens housing projects, which she is extremely proud of, extremely proud of. She will never mention that she went to Salem without mentioning I came from Happy Hill Gardens. She's very, very proud of that. So that's your homework. So Camilla Brower Daniel. She is a first-year student, which is the language at Salem for freshmen. She's a first-year student at Salem College. She is a music major. She is originally from New Jersey, now residing here with us. And she is going to sing a beautiful song, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Welcome, Camilla.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, and you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I'll comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Thank you.
So poised, wasn't she? Wow. So poised. If you were nervous, it did not show. You were so poised, just effortless, really beautiful. So now we're going to have Rodney Archie, and I'll read a little bit of his bio for you today. Rodney is an artist, singer, songwriter, and a performer. He has been singing since the age of 7. What was I doing at 7? Not singing, I can tell you that. He performed his first solo concert at the age of 14. Who does that? First solo concert at the age of 14. He is the consummate artist who blends many musical talents from musical theater, jazz, classical, and contemporary. His artistic dexterity has allowed him over the years to take the stage alongside of artists such as Alanis Morissette, Joe Cocker, Tremaine Hawkins, the Boys Choir of Harlem, and many more. And part of his passion is to give back to the community, and so you may see him in theater, such as the National Black Theater Festival, and also working with the Special Olympics. Now we will have Rodney Archie.
Thank you very much. There is a mighty Spirit shining across the sky. He's calling out the weary in green pastures. Come and lie. There is a mighty Spirit crossing barren land. He's sowing love unceasing, fresh fruit spring from the sand. Harvest time is coming. The harvest is in his hand. So go tell everybody that love is his command. That love is his command. Next song, or last song, will be called No More Night. Ready? Little technical difficulty, see? No More Night. That's the name of it. A little louder. The timeless theme, earth and heaven will pass away. It's not a dream. God will make all things new. That day gone is the curse from which I stumbled and fell. Evil is banished to eternal hell. No more night, no more pain, no more tears, never cry again, and praises to the great I am. We will live in the light of the risen Lamb. Ooh, see all around, all the nations bow down to see. The only sound are the praises to Christ, our King. Slowly the names from the book are read. I know the King, so there's no need to dread. No more night, no more pain, no more tears, never cry again, and praises to the great I am. We will live in the light of the risen Lamb. See over there's a mansion, oh, that's prepared just for me, where I will live with my Savior eternally, and there'll be no more night, and no more pain, and there'll be no more tears, never cry again, and praise is to the great I am. We will live in the light of the risen Lamb. Oh, praises to the great I am. We will live in the light of the risen Lamb. We will live, with the great I am. Thank you.
Another hand. Rodney is a talent in his own right, but it's not difficult to see why he's on stage with some of the people that we mentioned earlier. Truly, truly a dynamic talent. Our last act, or down to our last ministry, our last performance. It's been a wonderful family reunion. It's been great hanging out with everybody today. So good to see a lot of familiar faces. We're about to bring our last performance up to the stage, and then after that, we will have a closing by the Human Relations Commission. And so to introduce our last group, we have, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Focus from right here in the neighborhood of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Minister Mike will be featuring the dynamic voices with their electrifying moves. Focus is a group of young men following the ordinance of God to lead people to Christ through song and praise. Please give a round of applause for Minister Mike featuring his group, Focus.
Thank you for calling us young men.
Well, we just thank God for being here one more time. And this makes Focus' third year being here. I think when we started, we was introduced by Cheryl Harry, and she's moved on now, but thank God for Miss Wanda and Miss Waldeck. And on behalf of me, my wife, and the Focus family, we have a few gifts here that we would like to present to you before we get started. Miss Wanda and Miss Waldeck, would you please come to the front of the stage? Once again, on behalf of Focus, the Focus family, we just thank you guys for recognizing the talent that God has given us. And we just so dearly like to share it with the world, amen? We're sharing it right here in the big city of Winston-Salem, and being that it's televised, Channel 13, we thank you guys for allowing us to share our talent. If there was ever a time, I thought to myself, when she shared 1619, the first 20 African Americans, Africa people coming to America. You know, it was just such a time back in those days. I can't really explain it because I wasn't there. But just from some of the times that I've seen in my lifetime, it's a struggle. But we just thank God that change is on its way, amen? Anybody that believes that, you can put your hands together right now.
One of these days, one of these days, one of these old days, one of these days, Jesus is coming to carry me. Yes, he is. To glory land. We're going to glory land. One of these days, one of these days, one of these old days, one of these days, Jesus is coming to carry me. Yes, he is. To glory land. I'm going to glory land. Listen, they'll be coming from the east. They'll be coming the west. They'll be moaning way up north. They will be praying way down south. Oh, my friends, we're gonna get together and pray forevermore. You see, Jesus is coming to carry me to the glory land. I need some help right now. One of these days, one of these days, one of these old days, one of these days, Jesus is coming to carry me. Yes, we are. Glory land. We always dream of heaven. Oh, one of these days, one of these this is what carried us. One of these old days, one of these days, Jesus is coming to carry me. Going to heaven, glory land. It carried us to glory land. Listen, when you meet me in the morning, saying how do you do? Now we gonna sit down by the river and acquaintance we shall renew. Oh, my friends, they gonna know me by the smile that I wear. You see, Jesus coming to carry me to the glory land. Don't you wanna go to heaven one of these days? One of these days, one of these old days, one of these days, Jesus is coming to carry me to glory land. I'm dreaming of the land up there. Oh yeah, one of these days, one of these days, one of these grand old days, one of these days, Jesus is coming to carry me. He's gonna carry to me glory land. And a long way to glory. Come on, take me up now. One of these days, 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 one of these days. I said, glory, Jesus is coming. I'm gonna get happy right now. Jesus is coming. I said, glory, yeah. Jesus is coming. I believe he's coming. Jesus is coming. These are the type of things that took us through. Jesus is coming. I had to believe in Jesus. Jesus is coming. He's coming for you. Jesus is coming. He's coming for the weak and Jesus is coming. He's coming for the good. Jesus is bad. He's coming good and to make us glad. Glory, Jesus is coming. I said glory, yeah. Jesus is coming. One of these days, one of these days, one of these old days, one of these days, Jesus is coming to carry me. I'm going to heaven. Glory, don't you want to go with me? Glory, one of these days.
be no more suffering, no more heartaches, no more pain. Somebody say change is coming. Amen.
Ooh, I'ma tell you a story. Yeah. All right. Listen. Yesterday, a man said to me, said, how can you smile when your world's tumbling down? I said, here's my secret. When I want to cry, I take a look around and I see that I'm big by, and I hold on, hold on. Change is coming, change is coming. Hold on, don't worry about it. Hold on, hold on. You can make it, you can make it. Hold on, hold on.
Jesus is the best thing that ever happened. Jesus is the best thing that ever happened. Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. To me. To me. To me.
The best thing that ever happened. Amen. There's one thing about it. He's my all in all. He's my everything. Amen. Can anybody agree with that? He woke us up this morning. Amen. We all probably got alarm clocks. But if it had not been for him, I heard somebody say, being on my side, amen, I wouldn't be here today. Kenny?
Put your hands together. Let me hear you say, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, God is
my everything.
God is
Can I my everything.
He's my joy.
He's my joy in sorrow.
He's my hope.
He's my hope for tomorrow.
Oh, he's a rock.
He's a rock
Yes, sir.
in a weary land.
Shelter.
My shelter in a time of storm.
Oh, God is my everything.
My everything.
Oh, God is. Yes, sir.
My everything.
God is. Telling you
my
when the strength building need my joy.
He's my joy in sorrow.
He's my hope.
He's my hope for tomorrow.
He's a rock.
He's a rock
Yes, sir.
in a weary land.
Shelter.
A shelter in a time of storm.
Oh, God is. My everything.
My everything.
Let me come down here with y'all. Listen here. I came to Jesus just as I was. I was weary, wounded, sad. I found in him a sweet old resting place. And he had made me glad. Oh, God is. Yes, sir.
My everything.
God is. Can I
My
get a witness in the
everything.
building? He's my joy.
He's my joy in sorrow.
Hey, he's my hope.
He's my hope for tomorrow.
He's a rock.
He's a rock
Yes,
in
sir.
a weary land.
Shelter.
My shelter in a time of storm.
Oh, God is.
God is.
God is.
God is
My everything.
my everything.
Michael, if you don't mind, sing a verse. Amazing grace, that sun, how sweet that sound. Yeah. That saved a wretch like me. Good God Almighty.
I was lost, but now I'm found.
Yes, sir. Thank God.
God is
Yes, sir.
my everything.
God is.
God is
Can I get a
my
witness?
everything.
everything. When I woke up this morning, I was clothed in my right mind. Didn't wake up too early. He woke me up on time. He's my everything. The reason why I know he's my everything. I put my trust in man. I put my trust in my friend. I found out. I found out. My friends wouldn't let me down. But when I put my trust in Jesus, when I put my trust in the Lord, I found out. I found out. He wouldn't let me down. He's my everything. He's my everything. I wonder, can I get one witness? I'm talking to y'all over here. I'm talking to y'all over here. I'm talking to y'all back there. Is he your everything? Let me see you wave your hand. If he's your everything. My everything. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. I wonder, can I get somebody? Can I get somebody? Want you to come on down. I want to shake your hand. If you will be a witness, if you've been born again, I want you to come on down. I want you to come on down. Let me shake your hand. Won't God make a way? Won't God make a way? Out of no way. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. I wonder, can I get one witness? Is he your everything? Is he your everything? Oh, everything. 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 Can I breathe? Everything. The eyes. Everything. I can see. Everything. I got a heart. That can beat. Everything. I got legs. Everything. 2 feet. Everything. 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 Oh, God is. My everything. Oh yeah. I don't know how you can sit there. Our ancestors went through so many things so we can be here today. Can I get a witness? Yeah. Can I get a witness? Oh yeah. Ain't God good? Ain't God good? How many of y'all got food on your table, clothes on your back, shoes on your feet? You want to tell God thank you? No! No! It's all right. I feel good. I don't know about y'all. It's all right. But you know what? They tell me there's a choir up there. And if y'all happen to make it there, I'll be sitting in the corner singing in the heavenly choir. Can I get a witness? There was a little church sitting down in the woods. And at this church, they had a choir there. And they can sing real well. And there was an old deacon there. Had been going at church for a mighty long time. And every Sunday morning, he would always beg the choir director. He said, listen here, will you let me sing a song? He said, I got a song that I want to sing. But you know what that choir director told me? What did he take? She said, oh man, you too old to sing in this choir. Heard the old man feel it. You know what she said? You got a tremble in your voice. Look at here. Heard the old man feel it. Y'all might not believe it, but when you get old, Won't folk do you like that? When you get old, they'll push you all to the side. But on that next Sunday morning, they know that the old man wasn't sitting in the corner. And on that next Sunday morning, they know the old man still wasn't sitting in the corner. They're getting worried now. And on that next Sunday morning, the old man wasn't sitting in the corner. By that time, a voice came down from heaven way. Can I tell you what it said? Come on, tell us. I found me a choir that'll let me sing. You know what I've been doing? Singing in the heavenly choir. I'll be singing in your two-way. By that time, they recognized whose voice it was. And everybody began to look up toward heaven and wait. And that old man voice began to talk to them and say, children, one thing about this choir that I sing with now, we ain't got to wait until Sunday morning to sing. But every Sunday morning, when all the angels get together and they sing songs that you never heard in your life. And if y'all don't mind, if y'all don't mind, if y'all don't mind, you don't mind, do you? Can I tell you what it said one more time? Can I tell it? Me choir that'll let me sing. You know what I've been doing, y'all. Singing in the heavenly choir. I'll be singing in the heavenly choir. I'll be singing in the heavenly choir. Woo! What I like about it, there'll be no more senior choir. No more adult choir. No more inspirational choir. No more spiritual choir. Nobody be jealous. Nobody be envious. Nobody gonna get mad and don't sing on Sunday morning because they ain't singing their song. Can I get a witness in this building? You see, there'll be no more Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays. But every day gonna be Sunday, y'all. Let's take this thing on home. What we gonna do, y'all? Singing in the heavenly choir. I'll be singing in the heavenly choir. I'll be singing the heavenly choir. Singing God bless you. We got to go. Well, can we do one more? Can we do one more? We got to go. Well, we're going to tell you exactly what we came to do. Y'all ready? Y'all better put your hands together on this one. If we can, we like to get participation from the audience. Oh, yeah. It's just a about y'all. This is my favorite song. I think I lost 10 pounds singing this song right here. Woo! Everybody. We come to praise him. Woo! Praise his name. Y'all want to praise him one time? Come on. We come to praise him. Yes, we do. Praise his holy name. I'm not going to take all day. Let me sing a verse. Lord, I love you, Lord. And he heard my cry. Heard my cry. Oh, Christ shall live. Oh, Christ shall die. Christ shall die. Your time is now. So don't give up. Don't give up. Jesus coming back. We come to praise him. Woo! Come on. Praise his name. Put your hands together. We come to praise him. Yes, we do. Praise his holy name. Let me sing one more verse, and I'm gonna get on out of here. I need you, Jesus. Each and every day. Every day. I've got to praise you. I don't wanna be late. Don't wanna be late. Early in the morning. Brings me joy. Brings me joy. He's the King of Kings. We come to praise him. Woo! Come on, praise his name. We come to praise him. Praise his holy name. I heard somebody rap earlier. Can I rap one time? What's the war for my line? One, two, another. All God's elect, plus sisters and brothers. You see the time is now. Well, today is the day to make a decision for Christ to walk away. Because God sent his son to die on the cross. For sinners like you and me, the ones that's lost. So let your mind run free and put your hands in the air and prepare yourself for heaven. If you want to go there. You see the time is close. Well, today is salvation. Lift up your voice with a standing ovation. Praise him. Woo! Come on. Praise his name. We come to praise him. Yes, we do. Praise his holy name. I don't believe they heard me. Come back around one more time. Second to none. Now he's got you on the run. Preparing your life as eternal with the sun. Someone to wait. Oh yeah, someone to date. But in order to get married, you got to go all the way. I know it's hard to let go of me. Custom to your lifestyle. But leave it behind. It ain't nothing you should brag about. God's on his throne, and if heaven is your home. If you want to see Jesus, then you gotta come on and praise him. Woo! Come on, praise his name. We come to praise him. Praise his holy name. All right, all right, all right. It's time for some audience participation. Y'all ready? Now, Charles, you know what you gotta do, and I know what I gotta do. All right. But this time, the fella's gonna win tonight.
All right. Let me tell you, since we all in the spirit of God and Black History Month, we're gonna ask the ladies to help me out a little bit. That's what I want you to say, ladies.
Y'all need to help.
Say it after me. Y'all ready?
We come to praise him. We come to praise him. We come to praise him. We come to praise
Say it again.
We come to praise him.
Come on, ladies.
We come to praise him. We come to praise
Y'all sound good.
We come to
Give yourselves a hand. Amen.
All right, fellas, it's
I'm gonna
our
bring y'all
turn.
back in a minute.
It's our turn, fellas. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Are y'all in the house?
Yeah.
Come on. Praise him in the morning, noon, and night. He'll make everything all right. Come on.
Praise him in the morning, noon, and night. He'll make everything all
Say
right.
it again.
Praise him in the morning, noon, and night.
He'll make everything all right. Praise him in the morning, noon, and night.
Y'all ready, ladies? Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies.
Praise him in the morning, noon, and night.
He'll make everything all right.
Praise him in the morning, noon, and night. He'll make everything all right. Praise him in the morning, noon, and night. He'll make everything all right. Praise him in the morning, noon, and night. He'll make
Everybody give
everything all
yourselves
right.
a round of applause.
Fellas, we got it this time. We got it this time.
Yeah. We got Mayor Pro Tem. Mayor Pro Tem, Vivian Burke in the house. Y'all give her a hand. Yeah. All right.
What if we give it to her? Is she in the house? Miss Burke, how you doing? We got a treat for you. You know prayer changes things, don't you? How many of y'all know prayer changes things in here? And when I read the papers and Lord, I got you in my prayer closet. When I rolled up in there, I said, Lord, I got baby blunt in there with me. Miss Burke, I'm trying to tell you, no matter what you go through, you got people praying for you and praying for this city. Can I get a witness in this building? Al, if you don't mind, I want to start this song out. This is for you, Miss Burke.
I woke up this morning, I was feeling kind of down. I called on some of my best friends, but they were nowhere to be found. So this is what I did.
So I called on Jesus. All my burdens he would bear. When I got I knew he had answered my
My favorite verse. He may not come when you call him, but he's always on time. Right on time. Can I get a witness? I found him to be a good old friend of mine. When my burdens get so hard for me, I can't bear. I just can't bear to Jesus, and I leave them right there. Let me tell you what he did for me. He picked me up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground. Can I let the fellas sing? Hey, hey. Pick me up, turn me around, place my feet on solid ground. Might let them do without the music. They might not think they can sing like that. Come on.
Pick me up, turn me around, place my feet on solid ground.
I got one more thing, and I'm gonna let this song alone. How many of you know that rain from the sky is the only rain that can fall? Can I get a witness in your business? I'm gonna ask you one more time. How many of y'all know that rain from the sky
Thank you.
Focus group. Beautiful. What a nice way to close us out. There's nothing like those voices when men come together with that quartet, quintet sound is absolutely beautiful. And we do have Mayor Pro Tem, so we'll turn it over to Wanda.
Thank you, Dr. Heinz Gaither. And let's give our MC for the day another round of applause. Beautiful job, as always, beautiful. And so, yes, we would like to close the program out with our illustrious Mayor Pro Tempore from the Northeast Ward, Dr. Vivian H. Burke. And while Dr. Burke is coming up, I would like to ask any remaining Human Relations Commissioners to come up and former commissioners to come up as well. We are blessed to have a former commissioner with us who was on the founding Human Relations Commission, which Dr. Burke organized and created, and that's Ms. Rachel Jackson. So we're asking Ms. Jackson to come forward, and we're asking Pam Peoples-Joyner, former vice chair of the Human Relations Commission, to come forward. So on behalf of the Human Relations Commission, both former commissioners and current commissioners, we thank you for coming today. We hope that you really enjoyed it. Focus, you never cease to amaze us. Never, never. So it was phenomenal. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I would like to give Councilmember Burke an opportunity to bring greetings on behalf of her ward.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am so happy to be here on this wonderful day. To Attorney Abhar and to Ms. Durant, members of the Human Relations Commission and former members. As I sat, I reflected back. When this Human Relations Department was started, Mayor Wayne A. Corponin, who was the mayor at that time, he called several of us together, several ministers, and he met with Kavanaugh, Alderman Kavanaugh, and myself to come up with a recommendation. Do we need a Human Relations Department, a Human Relations Commission, or not? And of course, we said we needed one because we felt we needed diversity to understand the different cultures and to understand that everybody was going to be treated in a fair, positive, right way. And so it was formed, and people before this commission worked hard, and they continued to work hard through the years. When Attorney Abhar and her staff became part of this Human Relations, we started seeing even more growth, more coming together. And I want you to know that in order for that to happen, there's been some praying people in this city. You would only have to reflect back years ago. I was the public safety chair for this city. And can you imagine back in 1978, a black woman being a chairman of a public safety and then telling those men what to do and what not to do? It was a terrible time. People were not treated right. And so Mayor Corponin and I, we had a lot of conferences about how can we move this police department to develop a relationship with the people in this city. So then one day he called me to come have a meeting. He said, what you think about me appointing a Blue Ribbon Committee of men and women who are concerned about what happens in this city on a daily basis? And so a committee of people who had nothing to gain or lose, they were successful people, they came together and they made the recommendation that we needed to take a serious look at our police department. Of course, the police department changed because people on the board remember, this is a diverse board I'm talking about. Just as I told them the other morning, when we got the holiday, Dr. Martin Luther King, it took Alderman Larry Womble to make the motion, and I said, now, let's make sure we're gonna get it. Let's get us somebody white to second that motion. So Alderman Northerton seconded the motion, and all of us voted because we knew it was important to deal with change and understanding and for people to work together. Well, I'm so grateful to God that a lot of people in this community won't change for the right reason. And I'm pleased that we have a city and a city manager, when we direct him and make suggestions and recommendations, he does not hesitate. One of the last things I'm going to say, I said at one of the Public Safety Committee meetings, I said, we have gangs in this city. And of course, Chief Sweat said, we don't have gangs. I said, well, let me reword it for you then. Maybe you better understand it. We have people with gang-like ways in this city. And we're the first city to have a gang committee. And that committee of diverse people could see what's happening in the city and the county. We're also one of probably the first cities to form a gang unit for the Winston-Salem Police Department. And in having a gang committee, we had to have someone to direct it. And I want you to know that Ms. Pam Peoples-Joyner is the second director we've had. And she has been hard-working, going into neighborhoods where some people would be afraid. She loves what she's doing. And as I've told the city manager, we're fortunate when we have people who love their jobs with a passion. And I want to say we're probably one of the first few cities to first start a marketing department like we have. Everything we do and say is recorded. That's why we have to be careful in everything we do and say. But we can always look forward to listening or watching TV 13 to keep ourselves informed. And I want to say, when we have the kind of music that we have, and to bring the showcase here for people to come and sing, show up, and show off, I want to tell you, it is just so wonderful. And we cannot make it without God. That's true. And I love him with a passion. And that's what keeps us going, our faith and confidence. And so I want to say to all of you, thank you for coming. Thank you for planning a program that people can come, enjoy, and relax. And may God continue to be with all of us as we move forward, not just only for the month of February to talk about us, but as we talk and respect each other 12 months of a year, and lift and praise each other 12 months of the year. Oh, this has been a good day. And I just pray and hope God continue to bless all of us. And thank you so very much, Attorney.
Thank you. Thank you. Nothing else can be said after that. Thank you for coming. We hope to see you next year here at Carver, I hope. Mr. Eckerd, do you hear that big hint? But thank you so very much, Mr. Eckerd. Thank you for everybody for coming. Thank you.